What's happening in the markets this week? Is now a good time to buy? What is the Jackson Hole event? And why is that important for the markets? Did I miss crypto? Did I miss out on the best opportunity to buy Bitcoin? All that and more is what I will be covering in this video. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please stick around. Hello everyone, my name is Margie, and this is Money, Stocks, and Trade. On this channel, I cover the stock market news and all things trading. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel. Please don't forget to like this video, share it, and even leave a comment so that the algorithm can share the information with more people. All right, now let's get into it. So the Jackson Hole event is happening this week, and if you've never heard of it, I'm going to give you the technical definition. Hang on. Okay, so the Jackson Hole Economic Policy Symposium is an exclusive annual international conference hosted by the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. It brings together global central bankers, economists, finance ministers, academics, and financial market leaders from dozens of countries. And the purpose is so that participants meet to discuss major long-term economic issues, monetary policy changes, and global financial trends. It takes place every August at the Jackson Lake Lodge in Grand Teton National Park. It matters because there's going to be key speeches there. Now, this year, we're going to hear a key speech for the first time from our new Fed chair. And this is important because it's going to be our first time hearing him have a major address and are going to be listening for any clues that they can find of how he'll be deciding the interest rates. So everyone has their ear to the ground trying to figure out if the Fed will be lowering interest rates, increasing interest rates, or if they'll be staying the same. Now, things are already very expensive and many households are being tightened and squeezed with how much the cost of living is right now. Things are affected by the Fed's decision. That's what it is, and that's what financial experts will be listening for this week. All right, so what else is happening in the market? Well, the stock market is also waiting on a big news earnings event from NVIDIA that will be happening at closing bell today. Now, we all know that NVIDIA has had a significant run up. However, we don't know how the stock will react. So I do expect that NVIDIA is continuing to be a growing company. NVIDIA should see continuous growth several years from now. However, we don't know what in play that the Chinese companies have who said that they have a competing chip with NVIDIA. So the market and the companies will all have to take that into context. But we are looking to see how NVIDIA will turn out. Is it time for an AI bubble pop, or will we continue to see rallies and exponential growth? Now, also gearing up and waiting for September the 15th, we've seen a tiny retracement in Bitcoin since the major move last week. However, there's not enough information to determine whether or not that was the bottom of the bear market and we're now in a bull market, or if that was just one strong reaction and will cool off and actually have a further retracement to the downside. Only time can tell. When it comes to assets like Bitcoin, a lot of people take the strategy of just dollar cost averaging in because you can never time the top of the market or the bottom of the market. So if you want exposure, it's not best to just chase the highs whenever you see a pop, or be afraid of every low. Accumulation is usually how you win the game. Now, this is not financial advice. Nothing I said is intended to be financial advice. Do your own research. Every play, whether it's the stock market or cryptocurrency, is definitely a risky play. And so you should only invest in money that you can lose or are willing to lose. Okay. Whenever I put money in, I consider it gone automatically. It's not anything I need. It's not bill money, and it's definitely not a get rich quick scheme. But people have consistently made money in crypto. Crypto, I believe, is waiting to see September 15th, the deadline to when Congress will be back from recess and the deadline that they have to pass the Clarity Act. There is a lot of hype around the Clarity Act. We don't know if it will get passed or not, but I believe that's what the markets are waiting on. There's also talk about the bond markets and how that can potentially affect if investors start to find crypto more interesting, especially Bitcoin, because it has been seen as a inflationary or deflationary or both hedge. So what am I looking for in the stock market this week? Well, I've looked at the charts and I've seen that SPY as well as QQQ and other stocks seem to be just at a standstill. They're not doing much. So I'm playing this time with caution. I am sitting on my hands until I can find a better move in the stocks that I want to take advantage of. So currently, I'm not taking any trades. What I have been doing is dollar cost averaging into several cryptos that I've been interested in. Again, this is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. I'm only telling you what I am doing. I have purchased a little V chain, a little XRP, and a little XLM. Do your own research. But in times like this, when the stock market is very volatile, I only look at opportunities where I can buy or hold long term. I'm really not interested in getting any option plays at this time until the stock market can show me that it's clear on one direction or another. And then volume makes a big difference for the price action. It has to make sense. Otherwise, low price action is only going to eat up your option contracts and you're going to lose money in the chop. Well, that's all I have for this video. I hope that you find it helpful. Please don't forget to like it and share it and leave me a comment about how you'll be approaching the market this week. Did you already know about the Jackson Hole event and what it is, or was this something new that I helped you with? Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time.